There is an added cost for most Canadians today with a rise in the federal carbon tax. There's also an increase in rebates. Geared towards the environment, the issue is fueling political debates centered on affordability. The change will cost drivers an extra 3 cents per litre at the pump. The amount people get back every 3 months also increases depending on where you live. A family of 4 in Alberta will get $1,800 back per year. A family in New Brunswick, $760. The government says 8 out of 10 Canadians will receive more in rebates than they pay under the carbon tax. But some feel it doesn't add up. Here's CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver.
Fueled by another carbon tax hike, frustrated protesters took to the streets in Ottawa and to the Trans-Canada Highway near the New Brunswick-Nova Scotia border to make their message heard.
The fact that the carbon tax exists is atrocious. Like, a person can't get ahead in life. There's no possibility of saving money.
I can't pay my bills and taxes and buy food because it's too much.
Ottawa's carbon pricing program involves yearly increases like the one today that the government says are needed to drive down emissions and hit net zero goals by 2050. The carbon tax is now $80 per ton of carbon emissions, up from $65. That translates into an extra 3.3 cents a litre for gasoline, 4 cents a litre for diesel, 2.3 cents a litre for propane, and 2.9 cents per cubic metre of natural gas. With that comes an increase to the Canada carbon rebate, with payments now as high as $1,800 for a family of 4.
So it is effective. It does drive down emissions. All the studies that have been done internationally and domestically show that it will work, and it works better as the price goes up.
At least 7 premiers disagree and say now is not the time to increase costs for Canadians. One of those leaders, Newfoundland Premier Andrew Furey, wrote to the Prime Minister today asking for a meeting to discuss alternatives to the carbon tax.
So all those premiers that are busy complaining about the price on pollution, but not putting forward a concrete alternative that they think would be better for their communities, are just playing politics.
The Prime Minister has also accused his main opponent, Pierre Poilievre, of playing the same card.
This is not just a tax at the pump. It's a tax on your heat, a tax on your food.
For those at the pump, the answer doesn't seem as clear.
I think they should scrap it altogether.
I think it should be even higher.
It is what it is. I gotta get around, I gotta drive.